However, she knew very well in her heart that he would definitely not believe what she said now. So she opened the mouth and said, "A dozen people beat you up, haven't you been injured? Since you are not injured, why don't you leave some room for the other party?" Charlie sneered and asked, "He doesn't give me the room. Why should I give it to him?" Ziyu blurted out, "You gentlemen, let's just talk about things. What happened just now was that you made a mistake first. This is the main road, not your back garden. You chasing and fighting people on this road are inherently wrong. First, and after that person was chased by you, he was finally crushed by this car." Charlie smiled and said, "Then I ask you, do you know why I chased that kid just now?" Ziyu said coldly, "Don't know. I don't want to know. Don't say anything else. You chase each other on the street. This itself is very rude." Having said that, Ziyu said again, "You were wrong in this matter, but you did it to Mr. Takahashi for no reason, and you still attacked him for no reason. This is justified, right?" Charlie snorted, "Girl, I don't think you are like a treacherous person. Why do you want to defend two idiots? And there are still two scumbags? Scum?" Ziyu asked back. "Then I ask you, why are the two scum in your mouth? One was chased by you and caused a car accident, the other was crippled by you." Charlie said disdainfully, "The term fake pious, used on a superficial person like you, could not be more appropriate." Ziyu was a little angry, but asked, "Hey, what did you say?" "I'm superficial?" Charlie nodded, "Yes, and very superficial." After a pause, Charlie said again, "The more superficial people, the more they believe what they see. Let's not talk about what evil this kid who was crushed by the car did. Just say that this guy with the surname Takahashi gets off the car. Just pretend to be non-stop with me and let so many people work on me together. Do you think this person is innocent? If I were a little less skilled, I would have been beaten to death by those bodyguards a while ago." Ziyu's angry chest continued to rise and fall, and said angrily, "I just want you to be forgiving. You have broken one of his arms. Isn't that enough?" "Not enough." Charlie said blankly, "I just said, I will have two. You." Ziyu was really angry. She didn't expect this kid to be so defiant. In fact, she also knew that Aki had the current fate, and he was to blame. But she still hoped that Charlie could stop here by moving with affection and reasoning, and don't really scrap both of Aki's arms. Although Ziyu is not very old, she received elite education from a young age and stayed in the United States for many years, so she can be regarded as a standard business genius. Therefore, she has an account in her heart for what she does. For example, this time, as the representative of the Su family, she came to discuss cooperation with the Takahashi family. Before the cooperation was discussed, Aki was beaten as a useless person. If she sits idly by, it would be inappropriate to not say anything about it. Not only does it seem that she is not very righteous, but it also affects the specific details and progress of the subsequent two talks about cooperation. Therefore, she has come to stop him with emotions, reasoning, and interests. Even if she didn't use it to block farts, Aki was still abandoned by Charlie. At least she had tried hard, and she could have an explanation for her heart in the face of the Takahashi family. Of course, the best situation is that after she comes forward, the young man in front of her can give her some respect, and when she sees it, she will take care of Aki. In this way, not only can she live well in his heart and face, the Takahashi family will also owe her a favor. When she discussed the specific details of the cooperation later, she can even use this to ask the Takahashi family to sell more and get multiple benefits. However, what she did not expect was that the hostility in this kid's temper was so heavy. Seeing his posture, he must abolish Aki. So, she suppressed the anger in her heart and said, "You gentlemen, I am from Eastcliff." Before she finished speaking, Charlie interrupted her directly and said with a little dissatisfaction, "You lady, you don't need to tell me who you are, and I don't want to know, let alone try to suppress me with your identity. Because even if you are a heavenly king, I won't give you half face in this matter today. Have you heard me clearly?" Ziyu's mood was a bit untenable. Since childhood, no one has dared to speak to her in this tone. She has long been accustomed to the feeling of being respected and complimented wherever she goes, but she did not expect that the guy in front of her would really not give any face. He didn't even let her finish speaking. The urge in Ziyu's heart was immediately ignited by Charlie. She snorted and said angrily, "I'll take care of this matter today. If you dare to move him, I will definitely make you regret it." Charlie smiled playfully. "Make me regret?" Ziyu said confidently, "Yes." As soon as Ziyu finished speaking, she heard a click from the side, and then, Aki's miserable cry came out. She immediately looked at Aki, and saw that his left arm had obviously been twisted by Charlie, now with both arms shrugged in front of her, crying loudly in pain. Ziyu looked at Charlie angrily, and shouted, "What the hell is going on with you? You must have trouble with me?" Charlie shook his head. "Don't be affectionate. Don't know you at all. Why should I have trouble with you? You are air in my eyes." After all, Charlie didn't bother to look at the two of them again, took back all the money he had robbed from the singing girl from the pocket of Onizuka Longer, who was lying on the ground, and then turned around and came to the singing girl. "Take the money away and don't come out to play or sing in the future." The girl whimpered with grateful tears and choked, "I'm sorry, I'm causing you trouble." Charlie shook his head and said, "If you are in a foreign country, you must take care of yourself. I'm leaving now." After that, he turned and left the scene. Ziyu was so angry that she clenched her fists, staring at his back, and shouted, "Bastard, stop for me."